Good morning everyone, it is day 3 of Vlogmas. I'm so excited. I'm honestly so proud of myself that I'm on a 3-day streak. You know me, I'm not the most consistent person, especially on YouTube, but over the past couple months I've been trying to get so much better at that, and Vlogmas is such a big challenge for me because it's a daily thing, but I really wanted to do it and I'm just so happy and I've been having so much fun. So I feel like this has been such a really great learning experience for me, and it has also shown me that I just love making longer videos on YouTube, and something that I really want to do more even after Vlogmas. For today we're going to be making some chai cinnamon rolls. I feel like cinnamon rolls are like the epitome of the holidays. I know you can make them all year long, but something about a warm cinnamon roll with cream cheese frosting just hits the spot. It feels very cozy. Pair it with a glass of milk or a cup of hot cocoa. Like, that is the ultimate holiday dessert in my opinion. And I think we're gonna do a little bit of a twist on it. So instead of just it being regular cinnamon rolls, we're gonna make them chai cinnamon rolls. Taylor Swift definitely has a chai cookie recipe, definitely another holiday food item in my opinion. So to copy that a little bit, we're gonna make chai cinnamon rolls, but I don't have a lot of the spices needed, so we're gonna go to the grocery store right now and pick everything up. And of course I'm gonna take you with me. First things first, I really need a coffee, so we're gonna go head over to their cafe. They actually have really great coffees. Alright, just kidding, the barista's gone. It said they'll be back in 15 minutes, so we're gonna do our shopping and then get coffee. I'm back at home. Unfortunately, the barista at Whole Foods never came back, so I ended up making my own coffee at home. It's just a vanilla latte. I definitely want to make more holiday drinks at home, so that'll be another video of Vlogmas that we have to look forward to. I'm just enjoying my coffee, and I'm gonna turn on, I think, Home Alone, a good Christmas feel-good movie in the background while I get all my ingredients ready and I start baking for the day. First, we're gonna make our chai spice. These are all the spices that we have. Ground cardamom, I think that's how you say it, ground nutmeg, ground ginger, ground cinnamon, ground cloves, and ground allspice. That's everything we're using. I'm gonna give this a good mix. Okay, so now we're gonna get started on the dough. We're gonna warm up some milk, sugar, and oil. Just gonna give this a good mix until the sugar dissolves. The milk, oil, and sugar that we heated up on the stove, I transferred to a bowl to allow it to cool down for a little bit. It took a couple minutes because we still want it to be warm. We want the yeast to activate. I sprinkled a whole pack of active dry yeast. We're gonna let it chill out for about 5 minutes until it gets all foamy, and then we're gonna add our flour. In the meantime, I started on the filling, so I took half a cup of sugar, half a cup of brown sugar, and 2 tablespoons of that chai spice that we made. I'm gonna take a stick of melted butter and add it, and that's gonna be our filling. We are going to add our flour to the mixture. This is 4 cups of flour. And we're gonna mix it by hand until it's well combined. If you have a stand mixer, you can use the dough nozzle to mix this all together. I don't have one, so I'm just gonna do it by hand. We just want it all incorporated, and we'll set this aside for an entire hour and then add the rest of our ingredients afterwards. I'm only using one hand, so I keep this hand clean. Very sticky, but we are gonna add more flour after this, so don't worry about the texture. We just want to make sure this is well incorporated. Now we're gonna cover it, let it rest for an hour in a nice warm place. I'm gonna put this inside my oven since my apartment is a little bit on the colder side, and I'll turn on the heater just to help out a little bit, but I think that'll be good enough. While our dough is rising, I started on our filling mixture. We have half a cup of brown sugar, white sugar, and 2 tablespoons of that chai mix that we just made. And then I'm gonna add a stick of melted butter to this, and that's gonna be our filling. Just added the butter. That's it. That's our mixture that's gonna go inside of our cinnamon rolls. Now we wait until our dough rises and add the rest of the ingredients. We can roll out the dough and then pop them in the oven. Our dough is done rising, so now we're gonna add the rest of the dry ingredients to this. 1/2 cup of flour, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of the chai mix. Got dark in here, but look at how good these came out. I have some extra dough. The dough definitely makes 12 of these, but I could only fit 9 in here. But if you have a bigger pan, you can definitely fit more. I'm gonna let these sit for about 20 more minutes to let them rise a little bit more. I'm gonna preheat my oven to 375 and then pop these in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. I personally like cooking my cinnamon rolls a little bit longer. I don't like it when it's super gooey. I want to make sure the dough is cooked all the way through, so I'll probably go 30 minutes with these, and we'll make our cream cheese frosting and then it'll be all done. We're making the frosting now. We have some powdered sugar. I added a little bit of milk, vanilla. We have some cream cheese in here, a little bit of butter, and a teaspoon of that chai spice mix that we made. Add a bit more milk. Okay, so our frosting is all done. Let's try this icing. That is really good. I like how the chai is a very subtle flavor, like it's not super overpowering. It has a little bit of a brown tint to it, and you can see all of those spices in it, and it's gonna look amazing on top of our cinnamon rolls. I'm pretty sure our cinnamon rolls are all done. Oh my goodness, they puffed up so much. It's actually ridiculous. I almost want to leave them in for a little bit longer, just because I don't want the inside to be too gooey. The dough, I like the mixture, obviously. Oh my goodness, look at that. You see what I mean when I said that they puffed up a little bit? I think it's just because this pan was honestly a little bit too small. If I had a bigger pan, I could have fit even 3 more cinnamon rolls, but this is what we were working with, and these were definitely big too, so they kind of are all mushed together, but they look delicious. I'm gonna let them cool a tiny bit before putting on the frosting because I don't want it to immediately melt. Okay, I couldn't help myself and I started frosting these, and look at how divine this is. I think these are some of the best cinnamon rolls I've ever made. And I have a pretty decent amount of frosting left, so you can definitely save this and use it for something else, or you could add even more frosting to your individual cinnamon roll, but I think I'm going to keep it like that. I have some leftover chai spice, so I'm going to sprinkle that all over the top. Actually, I have this really cute thing. You put powdered sugar in it, or really anything in it, and you can dust it over your baked goods, so I'm going to do that actually. I'm also making a TikTok, and that's why I'm filming. Wait, let me show you guys. This is the final result of our cinnamon roll. I'm gonna plate it, give it a nice little taste. This has been such a labor of love. I'm also going to pour myself a glass of milk. I don't even think you're ready for this. This is amazing. This is so good. Oh my god. I think the dough cooked perfectly. Again, I was afraid the chai would be a little bit too strong because you add it to every step. You add it to the dough, you add it to the filling, you add it to the frosting, you even sprinkle it on at the very end. I thought it was gonna be too much, but it's not at all. It's so good. It tastes amazing and it really just pulls it all together. I'm honestly kind of glad I only made 9 instead of 12 because I mean, I can barely finish this by myself, and Devin isn't a huge cinnamon roll guy. Like, he'll probably eat one and that's it, and then I usually eat the rest, which is really funny. This, I swear, the holiday dessert to make. If you have a holiday party where you need to bring something, if you're looking for just a night in where you watch Christmas movies and you eat holiday treats, this is such a good recipe to do. And that concludes today's Vlogmas. I hope you enjoyed this really quick cinnamon roll tutorial baking with me. I had so much fun. These were so delicious, and playing Christmas movies in the background was such a vibe. It really got me in the spirit of things. The scent of chai and cinnamon roll just filled my apartment. It was such a fun day at home. Sometimes it's just nice doing something for ourselves. For me, baking at home and watching cozy movies is my favorite way to spend my time. That's it for me. I'll see you on tomorrow's Vlogmas. Bye.